All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about something that sounds, well, a little out there. The AI Symphony. And how this crazy powerful tech might actually help us with our own inner growth. I know, it sounds like a weird mix, right? Let's get into it.
So let's just get right to it. The big question on the table. Can a machine, a bunch of code, really help you find yourself? Can it actually play a part in something so human, so personal as spiritual growth? It's a pretty wild thought. And honestly, it's the whole reason we're here today.
So first up, let's talk about this unlikely duet. This is where that cold, hard logic of AI bumps up against the warmth of our own inner consciousness. I mean, on the surface, you couldn't find two things that seem more different, could you? You've got artificial intelligence on one hand, it's all about logic, data, and code. Super objective, totally analytical. And then you've got spiritual growth. That's all emotion, consciousness, our search for meaning. It's messy, it's subjective, it's deeply, deeply personal. So how in the world are these two supposed to work together?
Okay, but what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if they're not opposites at all? Let's explore this idea of AI as your digital growth partner, how it could actually be a catalyst for your own personal journey. Let's see how that could actually play out.
First off, just think about AI as a kind of personal mentor. It's got this incredible ability to analyze your unique patterns, like what you read, how you learn, maybe even your mood, to give you super tailored recommendations. Imagine an AI suggesting the perfect philosophical book, or a specific meditation exercise right when you need it the most. That's a tool that could help you understand yourself on a way deeper level.
And then there's this, which is a really powerful idea. AI as the objective listener. So many of us have a hard time really expressing how we feel because we're afraid of being judged. Well, an AI gives you this completely safe, totally non-judgmental space to just process your emotions, get some clarity, without any of that social pressure. It's a game changer for a lot of people.
Okay, and on a more practical level, let's not forget AI is an amazing time giver. By taking over all those tedious, draining tasks, it hands us back our most precious resource, our time. And with that extra time, we can reinvest in what actually feeds our soul. Self-care, hobbies, just connecting with people we love. It's about shifting from just surviving to actually living.
And finally, AI can be a massive horizon expander. It has access to pretty much all of the world's knowledge, right? So it can introduce you to brand new philosophies, totally different cultures, scientific ideas you would have never just stumbled upon. And that sparks curiosity and keeps your mind open, which, let's be honest, is a huge part of what growth is all about.
But, of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. A tool this powerful is going to come with a whole new set of dangers. We absolutely have to be smart about the challenges that pop up in an AI-assisted life. And being aware of these pitfalls is just so crucial. Like, if you rely on it too much, you risk losing your own independent thought. You just let the algorithms make your choices for you until you kind of forget how to choose for yourself. And speaking of algorithms, they can have biases, right? They can trap you in this little echo chamber that only shows you what you already believe, which actually narrows your world instead of expanding it. And the real irony? This tool that can listen without judgment might actually weaken our connection to real people because we forget the value in messy, beautifully imperfect human relationships. And of course, there's just the information overload. You can end up feeling more scattered and anxious than centered.
But these challenges, they're not impossible to overcome. And that brings us to our last section, finding your inner balance. Think of this as your personal compass for navigating this whole AI era wisely.
So here's the game plan, right? A set of counter strategies. The danger is blindly trusting AI. Your counter move is to actively cultivate critical thinking. Always treat what it gives you like a first draft, a starting point for your own thinking, never at the final word. Feeling that digital isolation creep in? You got to be intentional about strengthening human connection. Schedule real face-to-face time. Put the phone down. Be present with people. And what about that feeling of disconnecting from yourself? You need to ground your life by reconnecting with the physical world. Get out in nature, connect with your body through exercise, or just simple mindfulness. And to fight that constant distraction from all the pings and notifications, we have to deliberately practice deep concentration. Seriously, it's like a mental muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. So train it with focused work, meditation, or even just some good old-fashioned uninterrupted reading.
You know, at the end of the day, it really all boils down to this one core idea. AI is not here to replace our human journey of spiritual growth. It's meant to be a powerful tool, a partner, an instrument that we can choose to use with real intention and a whole lot of wisdom.
And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. In this brand new era, with this incredible new instrument right at our fingertips, the real question is this: how are you going to conduct your symphony?